Alright, so I think we're getting pretty close to having some usable compost. It actually is more of a powdery consistency. I think it still probably has a week or so, or it's still got a little bit to go. There's still full leaves in there and stuff, but I'll just keep mixing it up every other day and we'll see what happens. Hopefully I can get it done in time to use it for the big bed out front. That would be very useful. So that's where we are with the compost. Alright, so this week has been pretty slow on the homestead. Kind of in limbo. We don't have a lot going on right now. I've pretty much just been flipping the compost every other day and watching my seedlings, which have picked up the pace at which they're growing. So today me and Dylan are going to take a hike around the lake here at Hardening Lake. Wearing my hat.
Yeah, I'm wearing your hat. If you want your hat, you can have your hat.
We're gonna switch hats.
Let's switch hats.
So I was thinking about planting the broccoli this week, but I think that it's still getting I think it's still a little bit too cold at night to plant the broccoli, and I need to harden them a little bit more before I put them out. So I'll probably wait a little bit for that, and then
Peppers or
the garden bed in the front. I thought about filling that up this weekend, but I was thinking if the compost finishes here soon, I can just use that for it. So I'm just gonna hold off on filling that until my compost is done, or we'll see how the compost goes. But so we might be using that. So not too much to report, so that's why we're just gonna
take a hike.
Get out and do some hiking. What do you have to say?
Hikes are cool.
Hikes are cool.
Hikes are cool, y'all.
Really muddy over here.
It's really muddy over here. Who needs a step when you can jump? How dare you leave me behind?
Oh, no, I'm stuck in the mud.
Aha! Karma.
So what do you think of the trail so far?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, you can obviously see the lake through all the trees. Leafless trees and bushes. Sharing your drink and the thing.
It's good for you. You're young. Get out of here before we sink in the mud.
Good thing I'm light, sort of.
Don't go the way I went.
You think? It's sunk down into it. You got mud all over your shoes now.
Yeah. I guess we'll go back along the way that we went.
Really?
What? What happened?
You walked through it and the branch hit me in the face.
Oh, did it?
Yes. Careful where you're swinging branches. I thought that only happened in cartoons and movies. Now, if the water was all the way up where it's supposed to be, this would make a beautiful shot. So how are you liking the trail this time?
It's super duper.
Super duper?
Wonderful little trail.
Quite muddy though.
It is a little bit muddy.
Hello, and a big foot.
Blue.
Sometimes when people watch a video and notice something that's obviously incorrect, they're going to blurt it out. Like, we know that my walking stick is too tiny. It's just a stick I found.
See how all these rocks are flat in here?
Yeah.
This is
Weathering and erosion.
Yep.
I learned about that in school, you know.
Did ya?
Yeah. Oh, I skipped it. Oh, skipped it. I forget what they're originally called, but
what?
it's a bug with pincers on the front, and they live in creeks and lakes.
Yeah, it's
And-
called a crawdad.
No, and then they come up and bite your toe, and
It's called a crawdad.
it's not what I'm thinking of.
Pretty sure that's what you're thinking of.
No, I know what it's called. I know what I'm thinking of. They're different. Bountiful amount of mud. As in the words of my dad.
It's not exactly the most scenic time of year to take a nature hike, but it's still nice.
Yeah. Just very muddy.
Very muddy.
If you plan on taking a hike around this time, make sure to bring boots instead of tennis shoes.
True words.
True words have never been said.
See any bald eagles yet?
No. Then again, I haven't been looking for them.
Yeah, me neither. Been trying not to get stuck in the mud.
Yeah. Or trip over something, root. Hey, airplane! Look,
Where? Oh wow, yeah, that's
really close.
very close.
I don't know if the camera can see it, but trust me. I think a fly just jumped on me. It scared me. The real mystery is, where's all this water coming from? Oh, crap. Why didn't you tell me I was walking into a puddle of mud?
Oh, I wasn't paying attention either. What do you mean it's a mystery where the water came from? Where does water usually come from?
Lakes,
Where else?
rain. Love stump.
What? Is that what it said on it or something?
No. That's what people call them.
Oh. Learn something every day.
Stumps on, or people's initials on a tree or a stump.
Uh-huh. Suppose that makes sense.
I suppose that makes sense.
Nothing like a good hike to remind you how out of shape you are. Good thing I quit smoking a couple of years ago. What is that? Is that an off-roading skateboard?
It's a one-wheel, all-terrain, hoverboard, look like, speaking.
Never seen such a thing.
There's ads all over the internet for them.
Really?
Yeah, on YouTube too. The one wheel, even your dog can ride on one.
Is that what the ad says?
No, but dogs can apparently ride on a one wheel. Are you blind or are you...
Or am I what? Huh? What were you gonna say?
I couldn't think of something. I was confused when I first said blind, and I was like, wait. And then I said or, and then I was super confused on what I was about to say after that. We're on the Blue Trail. So where are we now? According to this.
Well, the trails are not very clearly marked, and I don't think this map is clearly marked.
It just says your location, but it doesn't actually say what thing it is.
Where do you see your location? Oh,
It doesn't
it's
say
missing.
what thing.
So, what is this building?
This is the camp office?
Oh, the amphitheater's over there, so we're right here.
Oh, okay. So for there. And let's say we started around right here. Yeah, we started like right here. So,
Nope.
still
Where-
have quite a way to go. Is it just me, or is it easier to walk on a legit trail than to walk on a treadmill that has nothing on it?
I don't know. Most people will probably say the opposite.
Well, because there's less terrain.
Well, yeah.
For me, it's what I said. My great grandma and grandpa, they have a treadmill there, and then when I get on that treadmill and I walk, I get tired about a mile. And then we're at Cub Scouts. We had a 3-mile hike. I didn't get exhausted at all.
Maybe the treadmill's just boring. It's like most people are on the treadmill, they have to like watch TV or something. That's a big ravine.
Yeah. Bigger than the ravines in Minecraft. Most ravines in Minecraft won't jump. I don't think you're going to be jumping over this one.
Nope, don't think so.
Got superpowers.
You're too close. I don't think walking sticks have feelings. Could be wrong though.
Hey, look, there's another one. This one just doesn't have initials. It has full names. It has first names and stuff. Poor tree. Who wrote an eyeball on this tree? Look. Someone just put an eyeball on the tree.
Illuminati.
See it in the movie. Be careful. One right there too.
Where?
Right there.
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere. We shouldn't call this by its actual name anymore. We should call it the Love Trail.
The Lover's Point.
Lover's Point. There, or Lover's Trail. Lover's Point, Lover's Trail. Lover's Lake. Just the trail goes all the way around the lake. There you go. Boom, new name. Another one.
All this tree graffiti around here.
The tree's feelings have been hurt. Another one. Another one. Why so many? Another one.
Yep. Okay, toss the bag.
Your chest mount. So right over myself soaked. My feet are soaked.
Are they?
Yeah, they're completely soaked. This is why you wear boots. I got wet shoes for the rest of the hike.
My shoe is a little wet.
Yeah, mine's soaking wet. My clothes are covered in water. I don't got long enough legs. God damn it, I got my shoes soaked again.
You should have crossed the log like me.
My shoe is now more soaked than the other one. Oh, now I just have a squish all over my feet. Okay. Alright, you go on the lower one and I go on the top.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
How about no?
Alright, then I'll go on the bottom.
The lower one looks like it's out of commission. I don't know why they wouldn't just tear it down.
Who knows? Or maybe the big one's out of commission and the little one isn't. Mysteries of the bridge. Now we have a clip of both of us hydrating.
Flower in the mud.
Natural steps. Great, aren't they? Keep going straight instead of turning right through the orange path. Watch out. There's holes in the bridge. And this is telling us to go that way for orange. And see, this one also has a blue marker on it. So supposedly, I'm thinking in my brain that this is blue. Yeah, see? Blue. This is big brain. Oh, jeez. Or we go that way. That's blue. But I don't know about that one.
Well, let's see what's down here.
Dude, I don't want to go down like a 90-degree drop.
This looks like it goes out to that peninsula. Probably gonna have to walk all the way back.
More exercise. Where are they?
Did you find a treasure?
It doesn't say when it's from, but
A vintage Pepsi can. Let's examine it.
all its color is gone besides the blue. Tiny bits of red.
Oh yeah, look at the top of that. That looks like it's from the 80s.
Yeah. There's a Coke can and another Pepsi right there. You want to try to fish it out?
No.
It's full of dirt and there's an
gonna say the year on it, but you can just tell by the shape of it that it's really old.
You see it's all faded. Bottle.
Vintage Coke can. See how thick it is? They don't make cans like that anymore.
Oh yeah. Quite thick. I'm gonna try to get the last Pepsi one out.
When you dig them all out, you gotta take them with you. Vintage pop cans.
You want your vintage pop cans? Come here to Lake. What's this lake again?
Haggis?
Haggis? Lake Haggis. Find all your vintage Coke and Pepsi cans. Free for the taking. There's a beer can back there. Bag. I got myself a new walking stick. Where was it? I grabbed this to fish out of the lake last. And then, hey, another beer bottle.
Everywhere humans have been, you'll find beer cans and beer bottles.
There's another old
Cigarette
can.
butts. A record
Bud
of
Light.
a record of all of our bad habits. That lasts for hundreds of years.
Wow. And this, my friends, is why you don't litter. This is now turned into a National Geographic video.
Well, we made it out onto the peninsula.
It didn't teach us about the peninsulas in landforms class.
I wonder what that is.
Some like part. Maybe someone's trying to build a fort up here. Crustaceans. Skip some good rocks my days. Let's see if I can skip this one. I mean, there's tons of rocks to skip, so if I fail this first one, fine. Aha! I skipped it. Let's see. A little thick.
2.
2 skips. You want to have a skipping contest? Who can skip the furthest?
Sure. And then we're gonna have to start heading back because it's gonna get dark soon. Look, this is a good one. Let's see if I.
Ooh, 1, 2,
3.
3. So far we're tied.
Oh! That was a perfect one.
This is a... 2.
That was a big one.
3. Here we go. Perfect skipping rock right here.
It's a little bag. This one's perfect. Look, it's got a place for your finger.
Perfect, alright. I had the thinnest one when I got like 50. When I got it like 50.
Oh, here we go.
Mine was thinner. 1, 2. So far, I'm the winner.
I'm the wiener. You're the wiener. Dang it.
1. I wasn't even looking right. I knew that was a 1.
Here, see what you can do with this one.
Okay. Oh, dang it. It hit the water at an angle like this. But if it was flat, it probably would have done better. I mean, if it landed flat.
Too big. Ooh, 3, 4. I got 4 on that big one.
I had like 17 on mine. So you're gonna have to be like let's say I got...
That one like skipped the furthest. Did you see how far it skipped?
Yeah. Let's say I got around 7.
Around? Now we're rounding up the numbers.
Well, the one I threw bounced around a bunch. So, I'm gonna give it a rough estimate of 7. This is math now. Okay. This is a big one. Here we go. Thin one. A little small. It's thin. Here we go. Haha, 2.
Dang it.
You just got swallowed.
Striking out.
Here you go. Perfect one for you. I wonder how many skips I can get with this.
1.
You want to bet 1?
Go ahead, try it. 1. That wasn't even 1 skip.
It just swallowed it. Two skips.
Here's a good one.
Whew, let's get this backpack off. I didn't even realize I had a backpack on.
Oh!
What?
You see that?
No, but the camera saw it.
It hit it once and then it jumped. See where the second circle is?
Oh, yeah?
It hit like right there and jumped all the way over there and then hit it again.
Oh, it feels better to have that backpack off. Yeah. I threw it way over there. How many skips do you think?
1.
I don't need all this dirt weighing it down. What the? It's a weird shape for a rock. Weathering erosion got it. I wonder, how should I throw it? From the bulk or from the thin? Bulk or thin?
Thin.
Okay. See it. See your ultimate skip.
It broke apart.
Broke apart.
I got like 7 out of that.
Let's see. You got like 5. No, I'd say you got 6. Because it skipped. Because it hit right there, broke, then skipped there, and then skipped like 3 times right there.
Alright, we need to start heading back. We still got to get all the way around before dark.
Yeah.
1 more. Let's go.
Yeah.
Winner wins.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
I win!
No, I won before.
Should be enough to make it for us to make it back, maybe. Well,
To make it. Let's see. We have to go across the peninsula, all the way over there. Keep going all the way over there, all the way back to the parking lot. I don't know if 2225. I saw the best skipping rock. That's it. Alright, this is the last skip, then we're heading back.
pretty
4
good.
skips. Let's go. Next time you're going to see us on the news. 2 hikers reported missing.
What? Don't say that.
I'm kidding.
Ow. Alright. We made it back to the top. Now we gotta backtrack back to the main trail.
There it is.
We made it back. We didn't get lost.
Very good. Down the path. Look at that drop. This is as steep as my bike drop from Chillicothe. Just more bumpy.
Oh look, we could have just walked straight.
Don't you love it when you waste time? 'Cause that's what YouTubers do! Hello, welcome to the National Geographic's channel, where we've been taking a hike. What lessons did we learn today? So what lessons did we learn?
We learned to wear hiking boots.
Okay.
We learned to do recon so we don't backtrack for no reason. And we learned that I'm a better rock skipper than you.
Not true at all. The camera can prove it. That one skip?
Yeah, it'll prove it that I'm better than you.
Skipped a rock and it skipped like 1,000 times.
More like 4 times. I did more. One and it broke apart, and each piece skipped 4 times. That's like a 12 skip rock.
There was 2 parts, okay? One went 3 skips and the other one went 1 skip after the break. Yeah.
No, that's not what happened.
Yeah, it is. I saw it.
We have footage. We're gonna have to review it.
Alright, when we get home, we're gonna review the footage and prove that he's imagining things. Thornbush King.
Yeah, I got in the mud, in the thorns.
Should've went with me.
I'm bleeding. Bleeding.
I ran into one thorn bush and it hit me in the thigh. Other than that, I'm fine. Unlike him over here going through a whole patch of thorn bushes.
Yeah. You say that like you knew it.
Well, I went down the other path, didn't I?
By random.
By purpose.
Looks like we're on the wrong trail. Blue. We got blue.
Yes. Yes. Blue. Again, Mr. Chuck interviewing Moss. All right, Moss. How is it in this trail? Do people step on you? Very nice. Could have given them patch of moss a better question.
If you could do it over again, what would you ask the moss?
I would ask the moss, how's the trail been to you? How have you been on this beaten trail? How many tourists do you get? Do people annoy you? And that was all for Chuck and Dylan interview Moss. Waterfall number 2. Mr. Waterfall, what would you have to say for yourself? Very intriguing. How many people do you regularly see? Very good answer. All right. This is a nice spot. Another one over there. 2 uprooted trees right here. Bright light.
What do you think? Alright, it looks like my compost is cooling down again. It's only at about 100 degrees. So today's the day I'm supposed to turn it, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. When I turn it, I'm going to make sure that it's thoroughly wet. I break up all the pieces so it gets aerated and everything. So hopefully it'll start cooking again, because it doesn't look like compost to me yet. So yep, so that's what we're going to do.
pastime won't help me getting over it. I don't know what I'm bringing in closer. Yeah, I'm looking ahead, looking out for someone like you. Maybe someday when I've grown older, I can see it all clear from above.
All right, so we are getting really close to having a usable product with the compost. It is a much more powdery consistency, like soil or compost. It's not exactly black gold yet, though. Breaking it apart there, it was definitely dried out. A lot of it was almost essentially dry. It was still maybe kind of moist a little bit, but I'm pretty sure the reason it was cooled down is because there wasn't enough moisture, possibly. Or maybe it's just reaching the end of the process and it's gonna go cold, and then I'll just have to sift it out. It looks like basically if I were to sift it, I would get some usable compost out of it, but there's still a lot of leaves and full leaves, twigs. Some of the pine pellets are still their natural color. I was expecting black gold. And I know from the video it does kind of look like that, but in person when you look at it, it's actually kind of just brown. Still you can identify leaves and things in it, so I think it still has a little ways to go. Hopefully, since I added some more moisture, hopefully it'll start cooking again and we will get a beautiful black gold compost product to use for the front bed. That's my plan right now. Unless this takes too long, then I might just end up using the purchased compost for up there, but as of right now I'm going to give this another week or so and hopefully use that in the front long 30-foot long garden bed. So yep, that's where we are with the compost. Alright, so one of the few things I got going on this week is just maintaining my seedlings. So I was going to do a quick little update about how they're doing. They are all doing wonderful, but especially this tray right here. For whatever reason, this tray is growing crazy compared to these. All planted at the same exact time, but as you can see, these are in slightly bigger cups. I don't know if that has something to do with it. It's a chance I might have put more worm castings in with them, but I don't know. They are really growing fast compared to everything else. So just what I've been doing is just watering them when they need watered. I've been using this little thing here to make sure that I'm not over watering. You can get it on Amazon. I can put a link in the description. But this little meter here, it tells you how wet the soil is. It also has a light meter on it to tell you, your light levels, and it also will tell you your pH. Although I don't really trust it, the pH level on this, it is kind of accurate, but a chemical pH test is a lot better. So yeah, these things are only like $10-15, and I found that they seem to work pretty well, at least for the soil moisture levels. I was worried about overwatering before, like I had mentioned in some of my past videos, and I think this is pretty accurate when it comes to the moisture in the soil. So I basically just stick this in the cup there down as far as it'll go, and once the needle is almost at the red where it says dry, that's when I water it. So I try to keep it in the moist section, not wet, not dry. So pretty much I'm watering them every other day, sometimes 2 days in a row if I think they need it, but I've been sort of I've been using a little spray bottle here. You know, if they're like just barely in the red and the dry area, I'll just use the spray bottle. I'll mist them and spray the top of the soil to hold them off until they need more water. So, but the big thing I'm going to start doing right now is hardening them off, especially the broccoli right now, because they are going to get planted relatively soon. So I'm going to go ahead and as long as it's over 40 degrees outside, I'm going to go find a nice shady place outside, just start leaving them out for a few hours a day, or maybe the whole day if they're not in direct sunlight. So that way they're ready to go here in a week or so when I plant them. So that's where we are. If you have any questions, drop them down in the comment section below. Alright, so I got my plants outside. I haven't been very regular with this. I actually really just started. I've only taken them outside a few times, so hopefully regularly taking them outside, maybe that'll help get more sun. Maybe they'll take off, start growing a little faster. I'm not real sure. I have this one pepper tray that just isn't really growing. It's still got curled leaves, but all the rest of them are starting to take off. As you can see, pepper plant, or the broccoli, is basically the same thing, just the opposite. They got one really good tray with these massive leaves on it, and then the rest are just kind of I don't know. I mean, everything looks healthy, real strong stems. You know, there aren't really spots on the leaves or anything, so I think maybe these are just a little bit closer to the lights, and that's why. Not real sure, but hopefully taking them outside, harden them off will, you know, help them get a little bit more even sunlight. I ended up putting these in these bigger cups just because that's what I found at the store. I wish I could have put them all in these slightly bigger cups, but I just bought these other ones first, and so I think it'll be okay. So yeah, looking to plant the broccoli here pretty soon. Probably around the same time I plant the broccoli, I will put my worms back here in the compost bin, the permanent one outside. And I was thinking about using our bed out here. I was thinking about using this bed to do all my pepper plants, because I think this gets, I think it gets a lot of sun, which the pepper plants need. And I have about 50 plants, and so I haven't really done the calculations yet, but I'm thinking that I could just do all my pepper plants out here. Not sure yet, we'll see. Another project that I haven't mentioned that I'm gonna be doing a video on, or maybe we'll do something with it today, I don't know, is I'm gonna put little worm composting towers in these, in each bed. Like a little, you use a like a 2-3 inch PVC pipe, and I have a pipe that I have left over from when I did the compost tumblers. But basically you just take a section of PVC and you drill holes in it, and you put it down in the center here, and you put some worms in there, and with some bedding and material that they will consume, any high nitrogen material. And basically the worms will go in and out of the holes, and they'll go into your soil, and you know, they'll eat the stuff that you put in there, and then they'll go out into your soil and deposit worm castings into your soil. It's like a natural fertilizer. So might be, yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna go out to the garage right now and see if maybe I can start working on that. Kind of short of projects this week. It was a little slow all week, so not a whole lot to report on. Just getting ready to plant the broccoli, and at the same time I plant the broccoli, I'm going to seed the cauliflower and Brussels sprouts, I think. So that's where we are. All right, so we're gonna go out to the garage here and see if I can find that PVC pipe. Yeah, I have a pretty long section of PVC pipe here. Didn't use because you have to buy them in 8-foot sections. I need the whole 8 or 10 foot or whatever it was, but I don't know if this one is actually going to be big enough. Seems kind of small. Probably a 3-inch one would probably work better. I suppose I can try it. I don't know. So yeah, so you would just cut it into like for these beds it would just be like a 1-foot section, probably a 1-foot piece, and then I would drill holes all over it so the worms can come in and out. You shove that down in the middle of it there, and you would want to put something over top of it to cover it up so birds don't get in there or anything. And then you just throw coffee grains and food scraps and stuff in there, and the worms will break it down and make worm castings. I might as well try to use this. I already have it, but I think when I buy more to do the rest, I'll probably use bigger pipe. At least, yeah, probably 3-inch pipe, I suppose. This is 2-inch, so it might be okay. You know, with these little barrel beds, you can't really use up a lot of space anyway, so or we don't have a lot of space to work with. So yeah, then I was thinking I would just, for the same thing, I would just do it maybe like every 4 foot, put another one of those things out there, because all those worms in the worm bin, they're all reproducing. I think they double or triple their quantity in 3 months, I think is what I read. So you know, even if I use most of those to put out here, you know, they'll reproduce in the worm bin there. Who knows? I don't even know how much I already have. It's already been a month or two, so we'll see when I put them out here in the composting bin. Yeah, so I'll probably cut up a couple of these today and just try it out. I suppose it probably will work alright. I'm thinking, maybe. I don't know how much room the worms will need. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is just measure how long of a piece I need. And so I'm going to just take my PVC pipe and guesstimate it. It needs to come up, you know, a little bit above the soil. I don't think there's anything to be too exact about. Yeah, so we'll cut it there and give that a try. I suppose that should be good enough. I don't think it needs to come up too far out of the soil. Alright, so I'm just going to use the miter saw to trim this PVC pipe. Rinse it off before I put it out there. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I am just going to go ahead and drill a bunch of holes around here. Not real sure what size yet. Yes. So I'm going to just go ahead and use a 1/2-inch drill bit to do these holes in there. The other videos I've seen where people made these, they made the holes pretty large, so I think that'll work. Yeah. So as you can see, I just drilled a bunch of holes in the bottom. That way the worms will be able to find their way out into the soil. I might take it a little bit further with the holes. So if you had like a file or something, you could use that just to get all the little burrs off of there, but I don't have that, so I'm just gonna try to take them off manually. Use a piece of sandpaper or something. So I just found this little wire brush here, and I'm going to use that to just try to take off all the little burrs on the inside there. And it's working pretty well. So it's an idea if you don't have a file or some better idea. Alright, so this is what we got. Pretty simple. We're just gonna stick that down in there, and that's pretty much it for the time being. Once it warms up a little bit, I can put some worms in there, and I'll have to put a cap on it. I was gonna just take one of those PVC caps and drill a whole bunch of really tiny holes in there, so air can get in and out. You basically want to keep birds and things from eating the worms and the sunlight, block the sunlight, but you don't want it to, you don't want it to be completely closed off, because then they won't get any air. Alright, so there you have it. There it is. And, we'll put some worms down there, some bedding, and we'll just throw in some coffee grains and whatever bits of food scraps every day. And then they'll be able to move freely in and out of this thing and help to fertilize my bed.